Here we go with the kickoff. This is it, the ultimate game in college football, national championship at stake. Return begins inside the 10. The Buckeyes offense in a tricky spot here thanks to that poor return. Well, here we go, Kirk. The energy in this place is tremendous. We are 60 minutes away from crowning a new national champion.
And think about it, Chris. These two teams have put everything into this to get to this stage and this opportunity. Let's see who can handle it better.
So it's 1st and 10 inside the 5. How does the coaching staff play this? Do they run the ball to get some breathing room, or will they trust the QB and be more aggressive here? From the shadow of the goal line, looking to throw the ball. And look, he's going to take a shot right away. That one is incomplete. Took a downfield shot on 1st down, but missed it.
Chris, how about this call here in the first play of the national championship? They take a shot downfield. They don't hit it, but you know what? I think it sends a message to the defense and also gives us an indication of what their personality and approach is like in a big game of this magnitude. They're going to be aggressive.
Backed up at the 1, he's going to throw it. Fires it to the wideout. Goes a fastball, but it's intercepted. Not much on the return, but they snuff out the drive with the takeaway.
Chris, that one cost him. He's just trying to get something started here early in the game, trying to take a chance, but it backfires. The defense in great position to come up with that interception.
First down and goal now. Can they punch it in? Quarterback keeps the football. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Oh, gosh, give this defense all the credit in the world. They had their eyes in the right position, playing assignment football. Quarterback just looking for daylight. Couldn't find anywhere to go there on the keeper on the option. Again, that's great assignment football by the defense.
He's running out of time here. Got him. He's sacked.
Boy, that safety came way back on that blitz and timed it perfectly to get after the quarterback and eventually come up with a sack.
The offense has been moving backwards here. Now a long way to go on 3rd and goal. Scanning the field, it's McNamara. Nowhere to go. The ball knocked loose. The offense falls on the fumble. Keeps possession.
Well, the offense catches a break here. Lucky to jump on the ball after coughing it up. He's lucky that his other teammates had some good awareness.
Punting team on the field. Defense stops the drive with that sack. And the punt heads out of bounds, taking the dangerous returner out of play here. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. Offense out there for the first play of this drive from the 18. And looking to throw now on 1st down. Nice grab. It's Johnson. And a nice 1st down gain there. They get him down, but very close to the 1st down marker.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
Come to the line for 2nd down and very short now. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Looks downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open. Oh, and he's free down the left side. Can they run him down? Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Such a well-designed play here by this offense to find a way to get the ball to the gifted tight end. He's got the size, he's got the speed, he's a difficult matchup, and here he shows he's got the speed to take it all the way into the end zone for that touchdown.
PAT is good, so it's 7-0. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And a misfire there on the kickoff as it goes out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Kickoff booted out of bounds. The offense will start now from the 40. Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. Looking downfield, it's McNamara. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. The clock is still running. I'll have to hurry up here, but it's a crucial third down. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. He's going to be brought down by that ferocious pass rush. Nice sack.
I mean, that's another sack, Chris. I mean, we're just getting started here. First half, you're already talking about giving up 3 sacks. You got to think about changing things up schematically, help that offensive line, and help that poor quarterback before he gets killed.
Special teams on the field now. Here comes a punt. And he'll kick it away now for the second time. Bringing it back, it's Smith. Comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. Great possession last time. They punch it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? All right, so it's 1st and 10 back inside the 5-yard line. We're going to see how much this play caller trusts his quarterback. How aggressive will he be from this spot?
Anytime you have a chance to get this wide receiver isolated, to get the ball in his hands, you do it.
That completion makes it 2nd and medium. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. Inside the 40. Past the 20. At the 10 now. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Made the defense look slow that time.
My, oh my. Now that's a play that makes your jaw touch the floor. The pass and catch to take it the distance on one play is definitely an offensive coordinator's dream.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. With the extra point, the lead is 14. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with a touchdown. Now they kick off and hopes the defense can get a quick stop. And he'll just take a knee. The drive will start at the 25-yard line. And the Memphis offense is back out on the field now. Backed up this close to the end zone in the final minute. So they just decided to take care of the football and look toward the second half. So about 30 seconds to go in the first half. They'll come up on 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's McNamara. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's 2nd down.
Chris, I don't know if it's the hype of the national championship, the timing between the quarterback and his receivers, but they have not been able to get anything going at all here in the first half. And the problem is they're already down in this game. They've got...
And he can't escape. It's a sack for the defense.
I can't believe the amount of pressure this defense is getting on this quarterback. Sack after sack. Boy, you got to think about changing things up. The snap count, the scheme, anything at all to help this offensive line. They're overmatched so far in this game.
So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. They make the tackle as time expires. That'll do it for the first half. The Buckeyes will kick it off to begin the second half. The kick mishandled. The ball is loose. They'll return it from inside the 5. And And the returner is brought down.
Oh, man. In situations like that, just take a fair catch or a touchback. Now you've hurt your offense by giving them poor field position.
So the drive gets underway, backed up at the 8-yard line. And they'll start the third quarter here on the ground. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
You get to the national championship, Chris, you'd love to see more balance. They've not been able to run the football the entire game, putting everything on this quarterback in their passing game.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Boy, how about this defense? Just so physical against the run. These guys have not been able to do anything on the ground, and it's because of that defensive line and those linebackers taking away the run game.
Third down. This offense could really use a conversion here, down multiple scores. Dropping back. It's McNamara. That's a safety for the defense.
Man, that is a big-time play by this defense, and the only way they can score points without getting a turnover. That should give this team a spark.
After giving up the safety, they have to kick it away here now. We'll see what he can do with the return. Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. After scoring before halftime, a chance to really stretch this lead now in the first possession of the second half. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Looking for his big tight end. Catch made down the left side, an explosive play. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
Nice throw and catch here for the Buckeyes. And you know, Chris, it's hard to think of a time when Ohio State didn't have an efficient and prolific quarterback under center.
First down here for this offense. A pop pass on the jet sweep. The pickup is 5 yards, so it's second down and 5.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces a defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards, didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this style of play moving forward.
Buckeyes are in the red zone. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one. A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And he'll loft it to the end zone. Oh, nearly an interception down there in the end zone. Could not quite hold on. It'll bring up fourth down now.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on fourth down.
Launching it. But it's incomplete. The defense makes a huge fourth down stop. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Back to throw. It's McNamara. That's going to be incomplete. A first down drop here in the middle of the field.
Chris, I got to be honest. I mean, this is the national championship. We've seen so much out of this quarterback throughout the year and these receivers, and yet here in this biggest stage, they cannot do anything through the air. The timing is...
Cannot escape that ferocious pass rush. It's a sack. They get to the line in a hurry here for this third down. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. And the result is going to be a safety.
Man, that is a big-time play for this defense. Not only do they get a couple points, they get the football back as well. That should give these guys a spark and some momentum.
So following the safety, it's a free kick. They'll boot it away from the 20. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. The offense trying to cash in on the field position after the defense created that safety. So here comes the first play of the drive. They'll begin at their own 46. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. He picks up 9, so just short of the first down, 2nd and 1.
You know, a lot of times these types of plays either go for nothing or they can go for a huge chunk of yards. Here they do a nice job of getting it to the outside, turning it upfield, and ended up getting a nice gain out of it.
And the wideout goes in motion. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
A nice little simple touch pass here by the quarterback, getting the ball out to the receiver who's in motion. Look, that doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up the first down, and no offense is ever going to say no to moving the chains.
It's a strong run, keeps the drive going. First down now. Receiver in motion now. To throw, it's Sanders. Throws it to the right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Ohio State. To stretch the lead, the route is on. Another touchdown strike. You win national championships with elite quarterback play. And, Kirk, this guy's putting on a show.
I mean, this is a national championship. Can you imagine having this kind of performance? This is something that we'll always remember. Right now, this defense is overmatched with his ability to throw the ball and the receiver's jobs of running routes. Everything's in sync right now.
Here's a kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner opportunity to bring this back. He'll bring it out from his end zone. They tackle him at the 9. That's good coverage. He should have left the ball in the end zone. And here comes the Tigers offense back out there. They need a couple miracles here in the final 2 minutes to rescue what's been a very, very rough outing so far. The offense is backed up here, beginning in the shadow of their own end zone. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this is going to be a safety.
Well, Chris, just when it looked like it couldn't get any worse for these guys, it goes from being bad to even worse. They seemingly can't do anything right. At least they only have the rest of this quarter. Don't worry, fellas. It'll be over soon.
So following the safety, it's a free kick. They'll kick it away from the 20. We'll see what the offense can do starting inside their own 20. They begin with a quick throw to the left. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play. And a timeout is taken, just 2 seconds left on the clock. Second down after that run on the previous play. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Looking to pass. It's Sanders. And he'll rifle this one deep to the right side. That deep shot is caught for a big gain. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And this one is getting ugly.
Well, that's why this wide receiver is one of the best in the country. Makes a routine catch, and look what he does with it. Takes it almost a length of the field for a touchdown.
That's it. It's official. We have our national champions. What an emphatic statement. The kickoff team is out there, and you can feel the energy. One game to determine the national championship. And he takes this from inside the 5. So Ohio State's offense in less than ideal position off that poor return. Well, here we go. The energy in this building is absolutely amazing, Kirk. We are just 60 minutes away from crowning a new national champion in college football.
And think about it, as a player, this is really what you dream about. This is what you work towards, having an opportunity to get to the national championship. Both these teams have worked hard. Now they're here. Let's see how it plays out.
He's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
And you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. And they heave it deep downfield. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Breaks into the clear right down the middle. End zone ahead. They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Ohio State. Some of the crowd hasn't even settled in. We got points on the board. Buckle up, Kirk.
I mean, this is amazing. This is exactly how you envision it, with the long layoff, the hype, the pressure, all the interviews you've done, and to be able to start off with an opening drive and a touchdown, couldn't have scripted it any better.
Kickoff team on the field getting set now. So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. Gosky's offense gets their first crack now. And as this quarterback takes the field, eager to see how he plays today. There's a certain gravity about him. You can tell from the warm-up song, the way the team responds and rallies around him. Can he come through on a big stage here?
Yeah, this guy is their Superman. And when that opening kickoff is kicked up into the air, his cape goes on. He sets everything into place, gets the offense out of jams, does it in pressure situations. He's the arms and legs of this offensive system, but also the heart of this team. Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Looking downfield, it's Raiola. Locates the tight end, it's complete. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
One of those critical third down plays coming up. Looks right for a quick completion. They bring it down to the 38, but that's good enough for a first down.
Hey, I don't blame the defense here at all, Chris, for bringing the blitz. It's third down and short. You got to get pressure on the quarterback, but you got to tip your cap to this quarterback. I think he was anticipating the blitz, so he's able to get the ball out of his hands quickly and pick up the first down.
Now it's second down here. Quick pass, the catch is made. Defense surrounds him, just a short gain on that completion.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
We begin the quarter with a crucial play. Offense setting up for this third down. Looking to throw again. The pass work. And now the ball comes out. A disastrous play from the start. Recovery by the defense. Headed the other way. Touchdown, Buckeyes. The defense adds 6 points. Potential momentum shift there. They scoop up the fumble and score.
Well, you just got to give credit to this defender for locating the ball, getting his hands on it, and then scooping it and scoring. So often you see guys that just want to go down. This guy realized, hey, I got athletic ability. I can pick it up. I'm going to score myself.
And it's no good. He missed the extra point.
Ohio State 13, Washington 0.
The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. And the Huskies offense is back out on the field. Not a whole lot of time remaining before halftime to cut into this lead. So here we go. First play of the drive, under 2 minutes before halftime. First down, looking to throw the football. And that one's picked off. What a play. He's got some room and some blockers here. Touchdown, Ohio State. Wow, what a play. Defensive score. And a pick six, a monster play by this defense here.
That defender showed a lot of athletic ability there with the ball in his hands. I wouldn't be surprised if the head coach watching that thought about maybe giving him some reps as a returner after that touchdown.
Now they get set to kick it away. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And the returner will be brought down.
That return backfires on him. Now their offense is stuck with the ball inside their own 10.
And the Washington offense retakes the field here. They're in a hole here before they have a chance to regroup at halftime. Let's see if they can cut into this big lead. So the first play of the drive here coming up. Less than 2 minutes left on the clock. To the air, it's Wyola. Tries the right with a quick throw. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
So second down after the incompletion. And he drops back in the gun. The pocket breaking down. And he'll be sacked back at the 2-yard line.
Chris, I think we're starting to see a theme here in this national championship, and to me it's this defensive pressure. I don't know if I thought that prior to this game, but now that we're watching it here in this first half, that's the second sack. They're getting after this quarterback in a big way today.
So a tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Handoff here from the shotgun. And the play goes nowhere. Picked up about a yard, and it'll be fourth down. The Huskies will line up to punt it away. Looking to flip the field here. So from his own end zone, he gets the kick away. On the return, it's Smith. But he's got some space here. Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. It'd be a surprise if they took a risk here with the final seconds of the first half, backed up near their own end zone. So here comes the first play of the drive. Can they do something in the final 30 seconds of the half? From the shadow of the goal line, looking to throw the ball. But they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between a quarterback and the receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. He's got a lot of time back there to throw the ball. And eventually, that's going to cost you.
Lets it fly to the wideout. Looks downfield and connects with a wide-open wide receiver. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Chris, how about that? A quick slant that goes for this many yards and a touchdown. That's what's so dangerous about this quarterback and wide receiver. Quarterback puts the ball right on the money, and by doing so, look at the receiver. Catches it in stride and has all that room to run after the catch for that touchdown.
He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. And they stop him at the 11. Not good field position to start the drive. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for. The Buckeyes will kick it deep to begin the second half. And it's fielded. Can the returner make something happen here? And the returner will be brought down. And the Washington offense heads back out on the field. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. And they get the second half started with their running play. They get him to the ground about the 18-yard line.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Play action fake, looking to throw. Looked over the middle, but it's incomplete.
I really thought that this matchup between this quarterback and his receivers going up against this defense in a national title would have been must-see TV. But, man, this defense, they have won that battle the entire game, and they enjoy a nice lead because of that.
That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. To the air, it's Raiola. Sacked, it's a loss back to the 6.
Between the defensive scheme and the athletic ability of this front and the linebackers getting pressure as well, the way they've been able to harass this quarterback has a lot to do with why they're enjoying such a big lead in the national title.
And the Huskies will bring their punt team on the field now. They're going to kick it away for the second time. He boots it away from inside his own end zone. With the return, it's Smith. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. They really built momentum in this game. They've been hard to stop. Can the defense make some adjustments, come up with a stop here? So it's 1st and 10 inside the 5. How does the coaching staff play this? So they run the ball to get some breathing room, or will they trust the QB and be more aggressive here?
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
Stop right there at the line. No gain.
Well, it's a game of matchups. Always has been and it always will be, especially on the perimeter. The quarterback believes his guy is better than their guy.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Caught over the middle. It's Golden. Tackled right at the 30. Good enough to move the sticks. The offense will take their first 10 out of the half to talk strategy here.
You know, with the lead in the national championship in the second half, there are a lot of offensive coordinators around the country that would be more conservative, run the ball, keep the clock moving. I love the fact that this offensive coordinator takes a chance here, throws the football.
Looking for a deep completion. That ball's incomplete. An aggressive deep shot on 1st down.
Well, close to coming up with a big play. I love this call here to start this second half because I think it not only do you come close to hitting a big play, but I think it also pushes those safeties back. It can open up the running game.
Gets into space at the 50. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the route is on. This is just quarterback wizardry. An amazing game with a national championship on the line tonight.
This might be as good of a quarterback performance as I've seen in a national championship in some time. The defense has got to try to do something to get him out of sync by trading the blitz or sit back and change up coverage because what they've called up to this point just isn't working.
Getting set to kick the ball off now. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. And the Washington offense is back out on the field now. They need a miracle. A couple of them here in the last couple minutes. Down big. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Looking to throw. It's Raiola. Pressure is coming. And with nobody open, he chooses to just throw it away.
Boy, this offense has really struggled today, Chris, when it comes to throwing the football. They have dug themselves a huge hole. They're not going to have any chance of coming back. And I think one thing about this is you wonder where you go from here. You're hoping to make a play or two to give yourself a belief that things can get better, but it's just been a disastrous day for the offense.
Oh, and it's nearly intercepted, but dropped by an excellent defensive player. It's going to bring up third down.
How about the defense today? They have played so well. I think the defensive coordinator put together a great plan. His kids clearly understood their scheme because they have been aggressive and attacking all game long.
Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 25. What's the call going to be? Bringing pressure. A sack in the play could not escape the pass rush.
It is a sack party out there for this defense. Everything going their way. You know that this offense is going to try to throw the football down by such a big margin late in the game. And this defensive line is bringing the heat. They come up with another sack.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. What a satisfying feeling for this team. Just run out the clock and let the celebration begin. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking for the wideout. He's got it for a big gain. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. Thrown quickly, caught in the right flat. And it's a touchdown, but there is a marker on the field.
He knows the receiver.
Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Off the play fake, looking to throw. And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here.
Love this aggressive mindset from the quarterback and offensive coordinator. Found the matchup that you wanted, take a shot downfield. You don't hit it, but you made the defense be aware of it.
Quarterback making some changes at the line. Back to pass. It's Sanders. Going for a big play downfield. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And the beatdown continues. PAT is good as they build on this big lead. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And the return starts just inside the end zone. That's strong coverage, though. They tackle him at the 11-yard line. And the Huskies offense is back out on the field. This one has been a beatdown for the ages, a demolition, an evisceration. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Fires it to the wideout. And it's intercepted. He stepped in front of that bullet. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the defense adds 6 with the interception return.
Great job here by the defense coming up with yet another play. Boy, they are just pouring it on today, dominating in every phase. And they'll set up for the PAT.
the PAT is good as they continue to pull away even more. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. They tackle him at the 9. That's good coverage, but he should have left the ball in the end zone. And the Washington offense retakes the field here. This thing is so out of hand, all you can do now is play for a little shred of pride. Looking to throw it on first down. Couldn't find anybody open and just has to throw it away.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
So after the incompletion, it's second down. To throw, it's Wyola. Defense is coming after him. Just throws it away, but takes a big hit in the process.
This is smart defense. When you're trying to protect the lead late in the game, you know they're going to take some shots, get those safeties and those defensive backs back far, anticipating a deep throw, and knock the ball away.
Well, it's been tough so far to get this drive going. Now they face 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. What's the call going to be? And it's incomplete again. 4th down coming up.
Well, that's not what you want to see as an offense when you're trailing late in a football game. An incompletion on 3rd down and long. Hey, it's a bit of a risk. With that clock looking the way it looks right now, I think you got to go for it here and hope to convert on 4th and long.
Running it back, it's Smith. Good effort by the return man. They get him down, but that's a solid gain on the return. Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. The defense still does have all 3 timeouts remaining. Let's hope they don't elect to use them. Excellent field position here for the offense. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Breaks free. Grab behind the line, it's Johnson. Finding space at the 20. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Stretching the lead. This one is getting ugly. But they'll try to add the lead now with the PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And they stop him at the 11. Not good field position to start the drive. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? He'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he lost the ball. Oh, and this is going to wind up as a safety.
Wait a second. You're backed up inside your own 5-yard line, and you go with an empty set? It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. It backfires here. I think that's a questionable play call, and it costs you 2 points.
So after the safety, it's now a free kick coming up. They'll punt it away from the 20. Fielding the punt, looking to improve field position here. He'll be brought down at the 47. Excellent starting field position. First down here for this offense. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. On first down, it's play action. Throws a rocket toward the right side. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. Touchdown, Ohio State. To stretch the lead, the route is on.
You know, coaches love to see a football team that doesn't get caught up in the scoreboard. They're just out executing and doing what needs to be done. That's what we're seeing from this offense. Yeah, they continue to put points on the board and they're pulling away. I just love to see the execution and how they're going about their business.
And that'll do it. We have a national champion. This one ended up being a blowout. They get the W, but they also make a pretty strong statement here today.
Yeah, I thought this game would be a lot closer, at least closer than how things ended up. But give credit to this team for coming out with a good game plan and just dominating the game.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
And the Ducks will kick it away to start. On the move from inside his 5. So the Ohio State Buckeyes return man hardly helped out the offense with that one. And as this star running back comes onto the field, everybody in the stadium knows he's going to get it. The defense knows it. Doing something about it is quite a different thing.
It's hard to stop him. He's hard to handle because he can do it in so many ways. He can run by you. He can run through you. He really has the whole package, and that's why he's a superstar, and that's why they'll feed him early and often.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. He's going to take a shot right away. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Caught over the middle. It's Golden. And he breaks into the open. He's inside the 40. The 20. Touchdown, Ohio State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. They're lining up to boot it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. So Oregon's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example thereof.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. And this crowd loves a good pass rusher in the line of Chase Young, the Bosa's, Jim still wagging. The Buckeyes can get after the quarterback.
Yeah, and when the crowd's going nuts like it does in the shoe, it just makes it easier to rush the pass. So the snap count is silent, it's predictable, and then you pin your ears back, and that's why they've had so many great pass rushers at Ohio State.
And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on third down. Fourth down coming up.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of this spot. Nice execution by this defense.
On the return, it's Smith. Makes a move. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
From his end zone, a lot of room to throw downfield. Got his man to the left. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
That's a great job getting the first down by that guy. He's a big-time weapon. He's got the speed. He's got everything you look for in a wide receiver. And it's funny, you think about Ohio State football. Back in the day, Woody Hayes running the ball 3 yards in a cloud of dust. But
nothing but green ahead. He's at the 30. Past the 10. And the defense couldn't corral him, and they took it all the way. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And QBs love their big tight ends, and especially guys that can do such great things after the catch. He catches it. Dang, Palmer, he looks like a receiver after he catches the football.
What a matchup nightmare, too, man. I mean, he's just too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. If I'm this QB, I'm looking that guy's way a lot more often than this one.
He'll return it. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Leaves it with the running back. They'll make the stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter.
Ohio State 14, Oregon 0.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Trying to get to it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. He gets a block. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you wanted. I mean, offense is playing great. Defense has gotten stops. You're in a position now, Palmer, to put the hammer down and get a 3-possession lead.
I'm really impressed with their physicality on both sides of the ball early in this one. They've been winning in the trenches. So here on offense, keep running the football and show your dominance.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Looking to the big tight end. It's caught. On the move at the 30. Open runway ahead. Past the 30. 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
Man, football, there is so many weapons now with small slots and big wide receivers. And then you got the tight ends now that have the speed to catch the football, chew up ground, and get to the end zone and make those big plays like he did right here.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quick that you can go to.
And here's a great example of living to play another day. QB in the pocket, nobody open, throw it out of bounds.
They'll line up for a second down play. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Run it with the fullback. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down. The Ducks will try to pin them back with the punt. On the move, it's Smith. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. He'll let one fly from deep in his own territory. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Ohio State 21.
The Buckeyes will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And he's coming out of the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. It's like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line. The Ducks come to the line in the hurry-up. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Throwing right. And that pass picked off. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Buckeyes! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And the extra point makes it 28-0. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. And he's going to bring it out. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do have it. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line.
And the fullback breaks off a nice gainer there. No such thing as just 3 yards in a cloud of dust with this guy. He can make people miss and get you a play.
Now on second down and short. Fullback's got it. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
Well, how about that? They turn around and hand it off to the big fella, and he's able to get the first down. Nice play.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. He breaks a tackle. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. This offense has a second down play. Now he's looking to throw it. They're bringing heat. And a little too much adrenaline on that throw never gave his receiver a chance. Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a third and long from the 27. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Fires to the right. And he intercepts it. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Ohio State. What a great play by the defense, and paying it off with the interception return. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I show you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
Ready to try the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. And he's coming out of the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. One final play before the end of the quarter. Takes the easy one to the back. Defense coming through and knocking him down for a loss, and that'll be the end of the third period.
Ohio State 35, Oregon 0.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
They'll leave it with the lone back. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
On third and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the route is on.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
To kick this one away.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next.
And the sack all the way back at the 5.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you can tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
Come to the line and try to get out of this mess on second down from the 5. Back to pass, it's Mateer. He's going to get stopped, trapped, and it'll be a safety.
And that's the exclamation point right there. It's been a bad day, man. This offense, they're going to have to find some answers over the next couple weeks, especially the next week in practice, of who they are, what their identity is, because all they've done today is struggle around and now give up points.
So after giving up the deuce on the safety, now they'll be able to kick it away without a rush from the 20. On the return, it's Hankerson. The offense lining up for a first down play. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
A first down.
This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep going on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players. More physical. They were faster, and it showed today.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, Dave Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another And the Mountaineers will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. The Buckeyes will be in a hole thanks to that short return. And these guys involve everybody in the passing game, and none more prominent than this big fella.
The quarterback knows he's going to be under duress in this game. So who do you look for? The tight end. And there aren't many better than this guy.
No, it just big bodies that you can miss a little bit high, and it really doesn't matter. But over the middle of the field, closer throws, so nice to have a security blanket with a great tight end.
Got a lot of running room. The 40. At the 20. Touchdown, Ohio State. And once he got loose, it was all over.
Well, they wanted to be aggressive in the passing game, and they didn't waste a lot of time. They take a shot vertically down the field to their star player. He makes the play, and he makes the defense pay.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. That one's going to get a little star mark beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. And he's going to try to return this one. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. So the West Virginia Mountaineers offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And not only is this guy the energy and the engine of the offense, there's a certain charisma that he has that sort of elevates everyone around him.
He's got a moxie about him, Reese. It just seems like when he's in the huddle, he's got 10 other sets of eyeballs looking at him and believing in him to lead this offense down the field towards scoring points. This guy is a leader in every sense of the word.
now 2nd and 10. He'll put the tight end in motion. Give to the back. Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He fires back across the field, and it's intercepted. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. Out of the end zone. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves.
And now they've lost the ball here. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. That ball was just lying there forever in the end zone, and the defense finally pounced on it. You know, the defense is all about stopping teams, but when you have a chance to swing momentum, scoop it and score yourself, it is such a huge play.
Yeah, you just go over to the offense like, bro, we don't need you today. We got this. We'll score ourselves if we have to. Great job by the defense, doing what they need to do, and then go talk a little trash to the offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. They're out there to kick it off. The return team must rivet that ball to their rib cage. Can't afford another turnover. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Sticks it in his belly. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
Oh, and I love it. They give the ball to the fullback. You don't even see him in the game all the time, but when he is, it's always unselfish, pounding people. I love when you toss him a little love and give him a rock.
You ever wish you played fullback instead?
No.
You would have been a great fullback, great H-back.
Just hit people, hit them again. Now I'm good. I'll go get the quarterback.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
That's the end of the first quarter.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. The give to the big fullback. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. The Mountaineers want to crank the tempo. Wants to throw on 2nd down. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. From the gun, wants to pass. And they got him for the sack.
I know it's early in this game, but man, this defense has had their number. They've done a great job, already built a huge lead, now getting this offense in a situation where they got to pass the football, and they better protect their quarterback better than they are right now.
And the Mountaineers will punt it away on 4th down. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He'll bring it back. It's Smith. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offense approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
On 1st down from their own 22. Wide receiver now comes in motion. With jet sweep pass. Crosses the 35. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Now a 1st down from the 45-yard line. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Makes a man miss. Gets away from one. He's got space. Hit the afterburners, kid. Touchdown, Ohio State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score coming on the touchdown pass from 55 yards out. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away.
Set to kick this one away.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
You just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You've got to be so smart. You're going to be aggressive with your decision making.
Defense is about firing off. The offensive guys and staying in their gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You can tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10.
The end of the first half. With the score, Ohio State 28.
The Buckeyes will boot it away to start the second half.
Number 45. Set to kick it off.
That might be overdoing it, keeping it away from the return man as the kickoff goes out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
The ball will be placed at the 40 after that kick out of bounds. Line gets set, first down. Looking to move it through the air. They're trying to get to him. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
And sometimes you got to know when to give it up, right? As a quarterback, you feel it. You can't hold it that second too long when bad things can really happen. You could tell the clock went off, and he was throwing that puppy away.
And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Coming after him. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in the second half.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it.
3rd and long equals pass almost every single time. Pin your ears back, go get the quarterback. Great job by the defense understanding the situation. Everybody flying upfield, putting pressure. Know the quarterback's going to hold it. Get to him, strip, sack, you get the rock.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and is going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's knocked down.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
Little touch pass to the receiver. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the stomping has commenced.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff unit about to go to work.
Set to kick this one away.
On the run from inside his own 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. This one feels as if it's starting to get away from them a little bit, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, there's a lot of teams in college football at this point that would just quit. So, David, we're going to find out a lot about this team right now.
Yeah, just running out of opportunities. You give opportunities away like this, you're trailing. Every possession is going to be important from here on in.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. After the misconnection, it's second down. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. What a complete disaster. What a terrible decision to run that far backwards and take the safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
They'll boot it away from their own 20 after taking the safety. Looking for a block. It's Smith.
Returner is brought down at the 49. And your Ohio State Buckeyes will take over. First and 10.
Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Touch pass on the run. Gets it inside the 10. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the punishment has been extended. A lot of glorious days in the history of the Buckeyes, and this might put this guy right at the top of the list for a single game.
And that list of names is incredible. Like, we could go down the list of so many guys that have been such great playmakers, so dynamic. So to think about putting yourself in that category, we're going to be talking about winning trophies, and this guy being an All-American by season's end.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead.
That makes the score Ohio State 44, West Virginia 0.
The kickoff team out there and ready to go.
Set to kick this one away.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with second and 10. He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got his man on the right.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be throwing to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint, I think you want to think about being a little bit more aggressive.
The Mountaineers will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Bringing it back, it's Smith. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Kicks out just a little bit of yards to help out the Oaks. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Firmly in control of this game, we'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
It's first down from the 37-yard line. Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. And here comes the offense on second down. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. Offense takes a timeout, 27 seconds left.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
You think about when you hit those guys on the move, man, he's already flying so fast, and I got to adjust my angle as a DB and make sure I keep outside contained, and it's a really easy play to run to get positive yards, especially in a situation like that where you're looking for the first down. You run that play, you get it. Nice, easy breezy.
And that will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All three phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Temple about to kick it off and get this game underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. So Ohio State's return team certainly didn't do the offense any favors there. And there he is. To this team's fans, he is a heroic figure. He is the guy who can lead them to the promised land.
This guy has been in big games, in big moments, and he's delivered for his football team. It never seems like a situation is just too big for him. This obviously is a huge game. I cannot wait to see this guy compete.
Pulls it, fired complete. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The time-honored phrase for a quarterback is field general. This dude, in this environment, he's like a stadium commander. He's like an elevated rank above field general.
He's like an orchestrator. He knows how to set them off and bring it up and bring the excitement with the big plays and make it look easy time and time again. And that's why this offense is so impressive.
And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out.
Delay of game. Offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Offense set on first down. Wide out in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Moving past the 25. He's loose. He's at the 40. The 20. Touchdown Buckeyes. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. What a quick start for this offense, putting up points on the first drive.
And that's got to feel good, Maurice. You've been practicing all week. You've been practicing against the looks you were anticipating to see from this defense. You get those looks, you're able to come out, you run the ball, you throw the ball, and this offense right now is in a groove early.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. The kickoff team out there getting set.
Set to kick it away.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Owls offense will go to work for the first time today. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
Looking to pass. It's Dampier. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
What an individual effort that time, beating his guy and getting in the backfield and making a play. Ohio State has had so many dominant D linemen in recent years, right? The Bosa brothers, Chase Young. You know those guys are watching this game. They're proud of what they just saw. This dude is a game wrecker.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. He's looking downfield to throw. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
Well, the defense has the opponent backed up in their own end, and they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback. You see the athleticism and the speed they have up front as they're able to notch that sack.
Temple lining up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Running it back, it's Smith. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Got a man in the middle. And they'll get enough for the first down, and that's how things will come to a close here in the first quarter. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he'll be brought down.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
Can the D deny them on second and goal? Motion from the offense. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And to the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hitting the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And the returner will be dragged down.
I think that's one the kick returner is going to want to take back. That was a ball he probably should have let run through the end zone, give themselves better field position, but now they are way back up.
Temple takes over and the offense will return to the field. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important, down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points, and you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. On the ground, it's Hughes. You just can't go backwards there. He did, and they swarmed him for a safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
The kickoff team lined up. They'll have to give it back after giving up that safety. Running it back, it's Smith.
Returner brings it out to the 38. And your Ohio State Buckeyes will take over.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Quick pass on the jet motion. Can anyone catch him? He's at the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm. Run.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. The give to the back. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Ohio State 23-7.
Looks as if we're set to crank it up here in the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Temple takes over, and the offense will return to the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's...
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. You just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
So they'll try to make up some of that ground on 2nd down from the 16. They go to the draw. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21.
Effective draw plays in the running game really begin with the quarterback. The quarterback's got to be a great sailor. You got to really make the defense think it's pass. You keep your eyes focused downfield till the last possible second, turn around and hand it off. And by that point, the defensive ends have rushed way upfield, and there's less bodies for the running backs to have to maneuver around before finally moving forward.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect the quarterback a little bit more. Whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling the quarterback, something has to change for this offense to protect the quarterback a little bit better.
Looking for a block. It's Smith. He's got great speed. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Some tough running there to create a little space and get it out to the 10. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football, and you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
So 3rd and short from inside the 20. You convert here, and this drive takes on a different complexion. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The quarterback's mistake pushes the ball back in the shadow of his own goalpost. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. With jet sweep pass. And they'll move the chains with the 1st down. That might be it for the 3rd quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Ohio State 23, Temple 0.
And the Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Fights off a defender. Looking for room at the 25. All kinds of room to the right. At the 20. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the pummeling has started. And with the way he's throwing it right now, there are some big names at the top of that record list. J.T. Barrett, Dwayne Haskins, Justin Fields might be getting ready to move them down a notch.
And moving those guys down, that's a day. That's the day you dream about. That's the day where the ball's barely touching the ground, you're in a zone, and everything is going your way.
They'll try to tack one more on their score.
For the extra point.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they could not have finished with more style. An 86-yard touchdown pass. Just about set to kick it away.
Set to kick this one away.
The returner will field it and bring it back. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down.
And the Temple offense will take over.
Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting. Keep showing your coaches it matters. And maybe find something positive here late that you can build on for the weeks to come.
Line getting set on second down. Looking for a man. It's Dampier. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. And this will be scooped up in the end zone. A defensive touchdown. The defense comes up with the fumble and takes it to the house.
The old scoop and score. Create the fumble, pick that puppy up, take it to the house. Great job by the defense, not only forcing the turnover, but getting points out of it.
And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, one with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. They're lining up to kick it away, and that defense salivating after getting the scoop and score. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Temple takes over, and the offense will return to the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You've got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, you're talking about.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
And he just throws it away on 3rd down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that. Temple lining up to punt it away. He'll bring it back. It's Smith. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they've played. They knew they had to come in here, protect home turf. They've gone out, they've run it well, they've thrown it well, David. Really, so much that this coaching staff can be happy about.
Yeah, and now it's about stat padding, right? Like you could just put up more numbers. You know this game's pretty good. Don't turn it over, don't make a mistake. But this game is well in hand.
Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. They'll go to work on 2nd down after doing damage on the ground. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the beatdown has ensued. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with a 21-yard touchdown pass. Fielded in the end zone, it's Hughes. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. After this, it'll be a wrap. Trying to find his man on 1st down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And the pass is incomplete, and that's going to be the final play as this game is over. When you know you have a team out in class, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against your...
Missouri about to kick off to lift the lid on this one. Fair catch called for and made. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense takes the field to start this game off. And here he is, one of the best receivers in the game, and he just commands attention, both from the defense and from the fans.
Yeah, he's a guy you got to keep your eye on, and you're going to see him line up all over the field in this game. He can play in the slot, he can play out wide, he can run the entire gamut in the route tree as well. Really nothing this guy can't do.
Little touch pass to the receiver. Crosses the 40. Oh, look out! Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Ohio State! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
What a way to start this game offensively. You find the matchup you like, you put it in his hands, and he does the rest. The defense looks like they were sleepwalking out there to start this game. One play, they go the distance to score a touchdown. This defense better wake up.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So Missouri's offense will take the field for the first time. And here comes the quarterback, and one thing you know for sure, with this team, as he goes, so goes the offense.
And he's a big-time talent, Reese. This guy can hurt you in a multitude of ways, throwing and running the football. He's going to have to be dialed in, though, because this defense is going to give him a lot of different looks. It's really important mentally this QB is on his game.
A first down for the offense. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short game.
And from the offense's perspective, that's and he gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. And this defense, this crowd, this atmosphere, it can rattle an offense in a hurry.
You can shake them up. When you can get to the quarterback and affect them, we all know they become very human. They start seeing things. And with this crowd, they can't hear anything. This place is going absolutely nuts. Nice job rushing the passer, igniting the crowd.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Back to throw, it's Raiola. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What can you do? You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. On the return, it's Smith. He just about took that one to the house. They finally bring him down, but when you have a return like that, it pretty much eats up everything gained by the punt. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Offense did exactly what he's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
They're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
Now they'll run the draw. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
They try to go draw, but there's just way too much penetration in the middle of the offensive line, and the offense has a negative play.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Ohio State 14.
Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Grabbed behind the line. It's Martin. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be 4th down. So he was forced to just take what the defense gave him, and they were able to stop him short of the 1st down.
And when you're a defense and you get 3rd and long and you know exactly where those sticks are, you set your feet at them, they throw it underneath, I go rally, make the tackle. Perfect 3rd down and long execution by this defense.
Back out there. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that, up 2 touchdowns.
And this quarterback has been dialed in, too. He's been so good reading coverage, going to where the open guy is with the football. And they've been up and down the field, David, so far.
And this defense needs to make something happen right now. You've already given up a couple touchdowns. Your offense has got nothing going. Still early in the game. Get a stop. Create some momentum for your offense.
1st and 10 from their own 15-yard line. Touch pass on the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great recognition by the corner. That touch pass, after he throws at the quarterback, it's a pass. He can't throw it forward again. Nice job understanding that. Flying up, coming and making the big tackle in the open field.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. How about the power there to get it across the 20 and up to the 21-yard line?
That's a really good job by the defense, reacting to what they see. They see the quarterback flip it forward on the touch pass. Now I got to go get it, right? Corral that football. He picked up some yards, yeah, but you didn't give up that big explosive play. And now you have to make him earn it now on the next down.
He'll have the... He gets it to the 28-yard line before he stopped.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Ohio State 14.
The Buckeyes will kick it off to start the 2nd half.
Number 45.
On the move from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. Down 2 possessions to start this 3rd quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the 2nd half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special.
And he's going to go down at the 1. And how about this Buckeye defense? This is not all flash and score around here these days.
And when you've seen Ohio State really be great and make those playoff runs, you always pick out those big defensive linemen that can get their hands up.
Couldn't fight his way out of the end zone, and they get him for a safety. So after taking the safety, they'll line up for a free kick from their own 20. On the move, it's Hankerson. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's off to the races. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the 1st down.
How many ways can I get it to my guys who can fly, who are playmakers, and let them make big plays? This is another one you've seen. Catch the football to a burner, going full speed across the formation. He gets the edge, makes the big play.
They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a 1st down. Fast motion from the offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Ohio State 16.
1st down to start the drive after the break. Quick pass on the jet motion.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and short. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Touchdown, Ohio State! And the route is on.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
23, Missouri 0.
Returner's going to try to see what he can get. And the coverage team able to make the tackle.
And Missouri offense will take over.
Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not...
Nowhere to go. Good job corralling that football, but he couldn't get it out of the end zone, and it'll be a safety.
And that kind of sums up the day for this offense. I mean, nothing has really gone your way. Now you give up the safety. Tell you what, this team's got a lot of work to do over this next week to get better, to improve. This was a bad day.
So after that safety, they'll kick it away from their own 20. On the return, it's Hankerson.
Returner is tackled at the 46. And your Ohio State Buckeyes will take over.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. The best way this offense can say thanks for that 2 spot is by following it up with a score of their own, David.
Really fun when your defense does that. When they get you back the football, and they score some points, Palmer. Put those points up on the board. Usually brag about it, especially defensive. We got more points than you, but good opportunity for this offense to get more.
Yeah, it's you scratch my back, I scratch yours kind of thing right now. I'll tell you, if this offense is able to go down the field and put up a touchdown, this could be a potentially 9 to 10 point swing based on your defense getting you that safety. You've got great field position now. You've got to take advantage.
Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. Inside the 35. Racing to the right. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conservative. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring. And the defense better do something about it.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity to...
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, look what I found. The offense keeps it.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Dropping back, it's Raiola. And now the ball's loose in the end zone. For the third time in this game, it's going to be a safety. They've got a touchdown worth of safeties. After giving up that safety, they'll have to boot it away and give it right back to them. He'll bring it back. It's Hankerson. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop you.
Good jet sweep pass. Good solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. One more play to pad the stats. Quick pass on the fly motion. Crosses the 45. All kinds of running room. Inside the... Takes it into the end zone for the touchdown on the final play. The denouement. The epilogue. The finishing touch.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes. The Golden Gophers will put total leather to crank us up. He'll start the return inside his 5. The Buckeyes will have some work to do after that short return. And there he is, the man, David, that they build this entire attack around.
And it's so nice to have a guy that makes everything easy for the people around him. The quarterback plays better because the feature is clear who that is.
And we all hold our breath every time this guy touches the football. He's able to take it the distance on any given play.
A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain.
And that's just a great job by the defense shutting down that jet sweep. You see the team speed they have on defense. They are willing and ready and able to go sideline to sideline with anybody in the country.
Wide out in motion. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Oh, look out, there he goes! And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
Man, this really puts your defense in a bind when you got a quarterback with that much speed. It almost cuts the field in half. I got to play jet sweep on this side. You got to play quarterback on the other side and be extremely disciplined.
Kept it on the ground on first down. See if they stick with that plan on second. Wide receiver shows motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. They got him at the 42, but he got 5 yards on the play.
I just love the play call. You're getting a fast player out of the open field, and it's enough to get you a first down.
They'll try to find room outside on the jet sweep. Gets away from one, finds room. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Little touch pass to the receiver. And they give him enough for the first down. They'll move the chains, and let's see if they can snap it one more time here in the first. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Motion from the offense. See if they can get the edge on the jet sweep. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweep run and good gain. On first down from the 13-yard line. Touch pass on the right. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Operating in the red zone here on second down. The receiver on the jet sweep. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the Minnesota Golden Gophers offense will go to work for the first time. And as we look out on the field, here comes the man who makes it all go, and that's this quarterback.
Yeah, and he's big time. That's why he's up for all these awards. He's known. Everybody knows exactly what he brings to the table. He can run it.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
And how about that back-to-back sack? You want 2 sacks in a game? That's a great game. He is flying around, getting to that quarterback and getting him on the ground.
From the gun, the ground game. Had nowhere to go, couldn't get it out of the end zone. He'll take the safety. After getting caught for a safety, they're lined up and ready to kick it off. Looking for a block, it's Smith. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. The quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Off he goes. He's at the 40, the 20, inside the 10. Touchdown, Ohio State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
And the extra point extends the lead to 16. Just about set for the second half kickoff. Bringing it out. And they'll haul down the returner punter to start us on the next drive. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here will be huge.
Brown wants to pass. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. And Ohio State makes a ton of highlights with the big pass plays, but this defense has turned in its share over the years, too.
So many guys that we could go.
Intercepted. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Buckeyes! A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense.
And doing a great job in coverage. Obviously, you got to play run first as a linebacker always. That's your first thought process. But then reading the QB's eyes, breaking on the football, catching it. And then from there, it was easy. Just take it right to the house.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big one.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Well, this defense has a 3-possession lead at this point. You're seeing how dominant they are up front. They have done such a good job recruiting D-linemen, linebackers, guys that can blitz. They've got speed. They've found guys in the portal. They've recruited guys out of high school, and they are just eating right now.
They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Trying to beat them to the edge with the jet sweep. Oh, the sweet spin, and he's free. Turns it on down the left side. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the 1st down. Now on 1st down from the 30. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Breaking out the jet sweep. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down. They'll mark him at the 48. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. They'll run the jet sweep, trying to spread this defense out. Knocked down at the 34 after a pickup of 5. It's a 1st down. The offense will use a timeout. Clock is stopped with 22 seconds left. They'll snap it from the 34 on 1st and 10. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. Offense uses a timeout. 17 seconds left on the clock.
And listen, they didn't get the huge play off of that, but I love the ability to show that and be able to show plays off of that jet motion and just show them you're willing to complete it. But, you know, get those little chunks at a time. It doesn't have to always be a home run. It's still a successful play.
Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game. They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. Quick pass on the jet motion. Touchdown, Ohio State! And the stomping has commenced.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8.
1st and 10.
The offense starts this drive in the shadow of its own end zone. Going up top on 1st down. He's going up top here late in the game. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Just complete and utter dominance. Kickoff team on the field, ready to start this postseason classic. Here's the return from inside his 10. So Ohio State's return team will have that offense backed up. And here comes the big fella, a staple of this aerial attack, Jesse.
And he's a guy that can line up all over the field, David. There's matchups out there waiting to be taken advantage of.
Yeah, and it's so nice to be able to do that. It makes it easy to play quarterback when you can feature a guy like this that's fast, big, and strong.
Fast motion from the offense. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Running toward the tape. They get him on the ground, but it's a 1st down.
And how about setting the tone right there? Like, you're going to cover this guy coming across the field, get it to him early on the first drive, let him know this playmaker is going to be touching the ball early and often, and he picks up the big game.
Ball spotted at the 21. It's 1st down. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Man, this guy is exciting to watch. When he has the ball in his hands, he can make magic happen. They're going to throw it to him. They're going to hand it off to him. They're going to get him the ball in a variety of ways, and they're doing it early in this game.
And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Wide out in motion. With jet sweep pass. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Quick pass on the fly motion. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark.
And that play is essentially like a jet sweep, right? This offense is going to run the football conventionally. They'll do it between the tackles. They'll do it outside. But there's a lot of different creative ways they can get their playmakers the football in the running game. And I think that was an example of what you saw right there.
Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. Wide receiver shows motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and they just spread me out and make me defend so many things. And you can tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. So after the first down run, here's 2nd down. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. Inside a minute to play in the half. Might we get a touchdown after all before the break? Little touch pass to the receiver. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Play number 9 on this drive. Motion from the offense. Touch pass on the run. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. From the 22 on 1st and 10. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And into the end zone. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. So the Wake Demon Deacons offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And here he is, guys. Anytime he takes the field, he is in complete control of this offense.
And David, he gives defensive coordinators nightmares because of his ability. They're going to have a hard time slowing him down.
No, he just doesn't have those weaknesses, those flaws, the whole playbook available, and he is a dude.
The Buckeyes will kick it off to start the second half. Coming out with it, it's Williams. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. They're trailing on the scoreboard right now, but they are very much in the mix to finish this season with a bowl win.
Yeah, and I think you look at bowl games, sometimes there's a little bit of rust in the first half. That's what you talk about at halftime. Now, we get the ball, we're down. Let's go make a statement to start this second half. We're here, we're ready, we're going to do some damage.
And here's the thing, they're in this bowl game because they're explosive on offense. It takes only one play. There's still lots of football left to be played. If they get this confidence going, they get into a rhythm, watch out.
On the ground, it's Green. Hits that hole for 4 and gets it out to the 16. The Demon Deacons in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, you get the incompletion there on 3rd down. You've still got a half of football basically to play. Do you trust your defense down 1 possession to get it back to give you a shot? If you don't, then you've got to stay out there and you've got to go for this, and you've got to dial up your best play to stay on the field.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Man, oh man, these offenses just haven't been able to find any room to get things going, David.
And to quote the great philosopher, Reese Davis, this is very
Afterburners coming. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the 1st down.
I love this play call. You want to get your playmakers the football in space. What a creative way. It's like a push pass by the quarterback. Get into the receiver's hands quickly and let him go make yards.
Suddenly, after that last big play, they're on the move. 1st and 10 from the 44. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Across the 45.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that 1st down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Quick pass on the jet motion. And he was able to pick his way for just a few yards, and that'll wrap up the 3rd quarter. 2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Brought to the ground, but not before getting it up for the 1st down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Buckeyes with the 1st and 10. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And the extra point is through, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. Fielded in the end zone. It's Williams. No idea what he could have been thinking to try to return that one, and they stop him at the 7. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Paul.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Fires to the tight end. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Pressure coming. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down. So this offense can capitalize off the desperate 4th down attempt and failure, and they can pad their lead. The jet sweep pass. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now on 2nd and goal. Quick pass on the fly motion. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Buckeyes! These guys looking to put the finishing touches on this game with that score.
Yeah, I think you feel confident that ends it, right? Late in the game, it would take a miracle for the defense to get back in it. That miracle is no longer coming now.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. The deficit is large, hope is fainting, but they'll try to finish strong.
They made a lot of mistakes in this game, and that's why it looks like they're going to take the L. Lots of things to improve on, lots of things to coach upon, and at this point, I think if you're a head coach, David, you're just trying to see which of your guys aren't quitting late in the game.
Yeah, which is a real thing, by the way. Who's going to compete to the final whistle? What do we talk about all the time? Coaches are always preaching to these guys. Don't worry about the scoreboard. Just compete as hard as you can. So, good opportunity to try to finish this game with something positive.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already got the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. The offense set for a 1st down play. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. 1st down here for the offense. Quick touch pass to the receiver. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Little touch pass to the receiver. Tackled after picking up the 1st down. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Fast motion from the offense. Touch pass on the run. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. And after this play, the cake will be baked. The quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Timeout is called with just a single second left. Here comes 3rd and short from the 27. This defense trying to make them settle for a field goal. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he takes it in on the final play of the game. You played through the echo of the whistle, and they did that with the ceiling touchdown. I don't think these two are going to be exchanging holiday greetings this year after this game.
No, and I tell you what, we've seen a lot of cool handshakes where you're getting fired up and coaches are getting after each other. We might get a little bit of that there. You could take a knee, you could run the clock out, but they chose not to, so deal with it.
Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up and get this bowl game underway. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense is going to be backed up thanks to that lackluster return. Here he comes, and anytime this guy touches the ball, and he will touch it plenty, a bolt of electricity just goes through the stadium, Dave.
And they'll feature him. They'll give him the ball, like you said, a lot, early, often, and he's a guy that can make game-breaking plays. The offense is built around his ability to run the football, Jesse, make big plays for this offense.
Yeah, he really shoulders the load, right, in more ways than one. The offense goes as this guy goes, so it's going to be important in this one. They get him going early and often.
Now on second down. Wide out in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. The Buckeyes will move the sticks with the first down.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
This offense tries to get rolling from its own 15 on first down. Wide receiver shows motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line. Second down coming up. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Crosses the 30. He's past the 30. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain.
And I love right out of the gate, this offense is going to be creative, and they're going to try to get their best players the football out in the open field. You saw it right there.
Motion from the offense. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Looking for room at the 40. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. First down to start the drive after the break. Wide receiver now comes in motion. With jet sweep pass. Pass to 45. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Quick pass on the fly motion. And a good solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this 3rd and short. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
I love the idea, and I love just finding ways to get your best players out in the open field. This pre-snap motion and using it to their advantage on that last play, I think that was a nice call.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the right. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And they will score! Touchdown, Ohio State!
Well, your opponent can't beat you if you don't give them the football. And they were able to possess it throughout the entire first quarter, and they finally cap it off with that impressive rushing touchdown.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. Looks like he's going to try to return it. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Cougars offense has its first opportunity of the day. And here comes this quarterback. This entire offense is built around him. He is the engine of the entire team.
I mean, he's the leader. He's the alpha. Everybody looks towards him. He's been doing it all year long. Everybody believes in this young man. Big opportunity, big stage.
One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. The Buckeyes will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. Not a lot of scoreboard fireworks from these guys in the first half, but they've got a chance here after making some halftime adjustments.
Yeah, and remember, it just takes one play to kick the door open, and all of a sudden there's a lot more confidence again. So which guy on this offense can hit the big home run and break this thing open?
Well, and the good thing is it's such a low-scoring game. I'm still very much in this. I can be who I am, make a few tweaks, make a few adjustments, and get this offense rolling.
Well, that play-action fake, it just froze the defense for a split second. That allowed the tight end time to work his route, get vertical down the field, and pick up a big gainer for the offense.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. A linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
And the quarterback is snowed under.
And you usually don't bring in dime packages for running teams. You bring in dime because you know they're going to throw the football. You got more speed on the back end to cover, and defensive linemen know they have their job to do. And their job is to go get that quarterback and get that sucker on the ground.
Slips through the line. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. It has been a complete uphill struggle for both of these offenses, Jesse.
It sure has. At this point, David, someone's just going to have to step up and make a play. Someone's got to break a tackle, make an incredible catch, and just give some life to this offense.
Not looking pretty. That's out the window. We've already looked really, really ugly. We got to find something that works to put some points on the board.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Fast motion from the offense. Little touch pass to the receiver. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Really good run there on 3rd down. He got 5, but they're still left with a 4th and 3. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He didn't get there. They'll turn it over on downs, and now they've got a chance to pull out the game. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
Back to throw, it's Mendoza. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
This late in the game, fourth quarter, go time, we got to make plays. We got to go to those things that really, really work well. We can't waste too many more downs. I know it's third down coming up, but we got to put this thing in full throttle.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Well, if that last incompletion's any indicator, it's going to be hard to convert this fourth and short coming up. You're trailing late in the game. You've got to come up with a big completion, but where are you going to go? Where's your best matchup here on this next critical down?
Trailing by a touchdown, getting late in the fourth, and this is a huge, perhaps a defining moment in this game. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. One possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense. Where
the expressway is wide open. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. They came out hot on this drive. One play and already near midfield. Wide out in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Powers through the defender. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Let's see what they've got on second down. Running back goes in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Wide receiver shows motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And he's running in the open. Give him 6. Touchdown.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, beat, coffin, great execution by this offense to put this game away.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. They're just about ready to kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Grabbed in the middle, it's Williams. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Great job by the defense in ending this ball game. Don't give them any life. Great job forcing the fumble. You already got the lead. You take the ball back with a little bit of time. Nail meet coffin.
This was hardly an offensive juggernaut, but sometimes you lean on your defense and grind out a win.
This was a defensive struggle, no doubt about it, but we know this is a team game, and the defense certainly did what they needed to do. The offense...